Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today evening we are discussing from Bhagavad Gita, verse number 28. Ada Vyavasthidan Drishtva Dhritarashtan Kabi Dvajaha Pravritte Shastra Sambhatte Dhanur Udyamya Pandava Rishikesham Sadavakyam Idam Aha Mahipade. The translation is, O King, Arjuna seated in the chariot that bears the insignia marked with the picture of Hanuman, lifted his bow and arrows and geared up to fire his weapons. At that time, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra, drawn in military formation, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. Now we have to see here that the blowing of the conch of the Pandavas really made a difference to the Kauravas. And seeing Kauravas being frightened by such blows of the Pandavas, they became very much disturbed and they were very anxious and fearful. It is a great blow on their heart. At the same time, the Pandavas found it very easy. When they found these guys were very much afraid, there was a special enthusiasm sprang up in their heart. Seeing the Kauravas got into really trouble now, right? Even though they had such multi-million soldiers and powerful commanders, they became very much disturbed. So they got the hint of they're going to lose the war or what. So when Arjuna realized that, he got up from the chariot, stood up, took his bows, an arrow given by the fire god, Gandiva bow, and all kinds of weapons he stored in his heart just by chanting different mantras. All these weapons will spring up to execute his orders. So he took up the bows and arrows ready to shoot the arrows upon the Kauravas. Now he is telling Lord Sri Krishna that, please, I want to see these people. At the same time, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military formation, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Sri Krishna. So now he is going to tell in the next verse, you see that please take me there. So Lord Sri Krishna here, as a messenger, as a charioteer, just executing the order of Arjuna. Take me here, take me there, take me there. We can understand here, Arjuna's position as a good friend of the Lord, right? So, and Lord is actually happily ready to execute the orders. So everything can be accomplished in the loving platform with Krishna. What Krishna didn't have, he has everything. Krishna means all attractive. All attractive means, what are the attractions that we have in this world? One who has power, he is attractive. One who has money, one who has fame, one who has extra knowledge, one who has beauty, one who is completely detached, All these peoples are very attractive. Why people go behind the saintly people? Because they are detached. Why people go after famous people? Because they are famous. Why people are so much appreciating the person who has the knowledge, like the scientists and philosophers? People also go behind those who have power and those who have wealth. So all these things are attractive, and all these things are actually coming from Krishna, the absolute truth. Therefore, he is super attractive, supreme attractive. So here, that is what it is. That person is not lacking anything. What he lacks, that people's love. Those who are in the material world, they have forgotten to love him. They are exclusively forgotten to love the Supreme Person. And they have extended their love to so many other members. If there is no one to love, at least they keep some pet dogs, cats, and start loving. Why? Because the understanding that the real love has to be diverted to the Supreme Lord. Forgetting that, they have a direct relationship or friendship or loving the cats and dogs, if not the family members. So, in this way, the living entities are entangled in the material world. So, therefore, Krishna says to Lord Brahma, Hriday artum pradiyade na pradiyade cha atmani tadvidyad atmano mayam yada bhasham yadotamaha. In the beginning of the creation, when Lord Brahma was only born from the lotus navel of the Supreme Lord, he gave him the Kama Gayatri. Through Kama Gayatri, he has imparted all the knowledge to him about the creation. So he said to Lord Brahma, Hriday artum pradiyade. Artha means what that has value. If something has value, let us take it that way. Hriday artham pradiyade, na pradiyade na chatmani. So anything has value in this world, but if you do not see my presence, na pradiyade na chatmani, if my presence is not there, that is considered to be my maya. Yada bhasham yada tamaha. Na pradiyade chatmani vidyad atmano mayam. You should know that. Vidyad means here is you should know. Atmano mayam is my maya. Yada bhasham yada tamahe. Which means sometimes in the pitch dark, you see some reflection of the light coming from somewhere. But it is not the light of that darkness. It is reflected in the darkness. In the darkness, there cannot be any light. If there is something you see, some reflection, it means it is an illusion. Exactly like that, the Supreme Lord actually says, anything that you see, any objects, anything you take, any relationship, any friendship, any wealth, any power, any land, any property, if you do not see my presence in it, you must understand that is my illusory energy. So this is what happening with the Kauravas. Kauravas are, they were completely forgotten about the absolute Lord. They have no idea. They were not having any intelligence to understand that everything is belong to the Supreme Lord. Isho vasham idam sarvam. Everything is owned and controlled by me. Therefore, you should take only that which has kept as your quota. That is the understanding. So everything is belong to the Supreme Lord. Then why Dhritarashtra and group wants to own the whole world? Where is the point? And they do not see Krishna's presence there. Because they do not see Krishna's presence, they think everything is mine. On the other side, Pandava sees that nothing is permanent, nothing is ours. Therefore, whatever they want, let them actually take it. And these four other members simply execute the order and the request of their older brother, that is Yudhishthira. Whatever Yudhishthira says, when the gambling match was going on, each one was staked. Nakul, Sahadev, Arjun, Bhimasen, and he himself, all of them were gambled. So when a person is actually gambled and become the property of others, he naturally become a slave. And whatever and however and wherever these guys actually command, these slaves have to execute. Slaves have no independence, not at all whatsoever. And they agreed upon that just to win everything back. But they also knew Vasudeva is always there to save them. But they didn't think that way, though the Lord was always helping them and save them because they are his intimate devotees. Now, all because of this ignorance of the Kauravas, they were all brought into the battlefield to just die. They're going to die. Just for their own death, they all came there. Exactly like a moth flies towards the fire, thinking something edible here, and they just get perished. This is what exactly happened to the Kauravas. So they are flying towards their own destruction. And we can see here, now Arjuna is telling, and he is ready. As soon as he found these guys got a little afraid of their simply blowing the conch shells. What they can fight? Hearing the conch shell itself, they become so frightened. So what success, victory they can actually accomplish due course of time. So Arjuna became encouraged and enthused. It's just because of the presence of the light, which is here compared to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So now we will see when Arjuna told Lord Krishna to take my chariot there in between the two armies. I want to see who are all came there to fight with us. We will continue in the next verse. Thank you. Hare Krishna.